The next thing that I'm going to talk about with you is what it means to own your own space. Owning your space means owning the energy that's around your body and aura and your personal universe. In other words, not having other energies or other people's energies intruding into it. Quite frequently, you have energy of other people in your space, and they get in your aura, and possibly even in your body. That's right, their energy can actually be embedded in a person's body with the programming that they have. And since all subtle energy has programming or information in it, the energy can definitely have an effect on how you think and how you feel without you even being aware of it. It's easy to think that your thoughts and reactions are your thoughts and reactions because they're coming from inside of you, when in fact they may actually be due to someone else's energy in your space. So the way we're going to do this is you're going to tune into a friend's aura first and then into your own aura and find out what your friend does with someone else's energy on him or her, and then what you do in various situations with your energy when your space has been invaded. It's usually easier to tune into your friend's energy and issues than your own, so that's where we're going to start. This is because you no doubt have fewer issues about tuning into your friend's energy. In fact, you can probably detect your friend's energy pretty well. Well, we're going to make believe that we're looking at a friend, and that way you can be relaxed about this whole process. So for this process, you're going to want to be sitting up straight again, and once again, you're going to close your eyes and confirm your grounding columns are in place. You want your aura to be pulled into 18 inches for this process as well. And then put up a large sponge 10 feet in front of you. Hold the intention that it is magnetic as well as absorbent, and it's 10 feet on each side. So it's like a big cube 10 feet in front of you. Okay, so you have a sponge up outside of your aura, right? Now, what I'd like you to do with that is to put anything that might interfere with you being able to perceive an aura on your screen, or you could do it in your mind's eye. So most people feel a little bit self-conscious about looking at themselves in a mirror. So that can also carry over into seeing your aura on a screen. So you might be a little self-conscious about looking at your own energy, maybe concerned with what you might find there, or thinking that you may not be able to do this. So if you think that you cannot do this, or even if you have a doubt about it, or you're concerned about seeing something that you don't want to face about yourself, don't study it, just acknowledge it. Take it and release it into the middle of that sponge. So you want to release any self-judgment, any apprehension, any negative opinions about yourself, any fears, or any doubt. Put that all on the sponge. And know that that sponge is magnetic, so it actually helps draw it from you and holds on to it. All of those thoughts like there's something wrong with you, or I can't do this, or I don't know if I'm doing it right. And then move that sponge up above the earth 1,000 miles and disintegrate it with a blast of light, and push all that energy into the vortex, taking all the energy back to the center of creation. And then call all of your life force essence back into a golden sun above your head and bring it down into you. Now we're going to look at a friend that you know pretty well. And what you're going to do is you're going to put your friend and your friend's aura and energy on your viewing screen in front of you. So you bring up your viewing screen, put it 5 feet in front of you, and put an image or an outline of your friend along with his or her aura. And bring to mind the memory of a situation when you were with your friend having a really good time. Imagine your friend on the screen in front of you and notice anything about your friend's aura when they're having a good time. So maybe they're laughing, maybe they're engaged in conversation. Just notice whatever it is that lights up for them and what happens to their aura. Do you notice any patterning in their aura that changes when they're having a good time? Or maybe there's an impression of some color. Where do you notice the energy patterns in their aura? Look especially around their head and heart. What information can you sense about their energy? What does this energy do to them, and how does it affect them? And now imagine another person coming toward your friend, and they don't particularly like being around this person. So it might not be a big issue, but they'd rather not go out of their way and be around this person. Now what happens in those kind of situations is people throw pictures at one another all the time. And those pictures and patterns come from the judgments and the feelings or emotions that we have about a person. So for example, if a person's opinion about you is that you're no good, or they just don't like your beliefs, or they want something from you, they'll be projecting that energy at you, and it has an effect on you. Sense what effect this person has on your friend's energy. How does their energy react and interact with your friend? Why is this person like this? What can they do to maintain their own space in these kinds of situations? What chakras do you sense are most involved? Now, of course, you want to try to shift your friend in any way so that your friend can own their own space. So clear the person's energy off your friend, including removing any cords that might connect them together. And you'll generally find the cords going into the chakras. And even if you don't see or sense them, assume they're there and hold the intention of pulling them off. Control cords typically go into the third chakra at the solar plexus, or in some cases they can also go into the back of the heart chakra if the person has access to a person on a heart level. Put whatever you find on a sponge and then tune into your friend and see if anything else occurs that needs to be cleared. Take everything that you find and put it on a sponge, and then move that sponge off above the earth 1,000 miles and disintegrate it. And then call your friend's energy back into a golden sun above your friend's head and bring it down to them the same way you do it to yourself, and let it fill them with their energy and with golden light. Ask all of your friend's energy to be in present time, right here and right now. And then clear your friend off your screen with a golden eraser. And then put an image of yourself on the screen as if you are looking at yourself in a mirror. Do you get any impressions about what your aura looks like right now? Can you see the top of your aura? Can you see the bottom of your aura? And does it go all the way around you? Is there more energy in the front or back of you, or is it even? Is there the same amount of energy on the side of your aura as there is in front and back? If your energy is not even all the way around you, fix it. Tuck your energy evenly. Adjust your aura. If there's more energy in the front of your aura, that can indicate that you're usually in a hurry to get somewhere or do something. Or you may be projecting and have a little bit in the future, living a little bit in the future. If there's some energy in the back of your aura, then you're processing past time things. For instance, you might be reminiscing about the past, or reliving the past, or regretful of the past. So look at your energy and determine if more of your energy is in front of you or in back of you. See if you can even out your aura. You're watching it on your screen, but sense and feel it shifting and changing in your body. If you sense something in your aura you don't want, you don't have to keep it. You can put it on a sponge, move it off, and disintegrate it. Just never leave an empty hole or space in your aura, because it can cause fatigue or loss of energy. And it's easy, just fill it up with golden light. So on your screen, you're looking at the energy all around you now. and get an overall impression of your aura. What does your aura look like when you are working? What changes in your aura, or what colors do you notice when you're hugging someone? Or what colors do you imagine are there? What is the color in your aura when you wake up in the morning? What colors pop up in your aura when you're speaking to a friend? What differences in your aura do you imagine happened when you were eating a meal with a friend? Does your aura change when you get into your car? In what ways do you imagine it might shift or change when you get into your car? When we talk about owning your space, we have to talk about people who you are with or that you spend time with. So look at your energy field on the screen and see if you notice anyone's energy there with you. It might seem to pop up as a picture or a memory. You may see actual images or pictures of people or relatives that you know. Or it may come to you like a memory popping into your mind. So do you have any insights into what it is, who it is? Whose energy do you imagine might be in your space? Do you have any ideas into what it might be that allows other people's energy to come into your field and stay there? Could there be an agreement, unspoken perhaps, or a contract unspoken, that you have with them that allows this? Is there something you want from them or they want from you? This happens naturally all the time with people that we spend time with. But it's a good idea to clear it so you can be the only energy source in your own field. So what picture or pattern of energy is it that allows their energy to stay around you? This is probably some form of an agreement or something that you both want from each other. You may not see anything, but you may receive an insight or an understanding on this. And while you are exploring this, you may find an energy pattern in the aura that looks a little bit darker than your own. And that can be what enables the energy to be in your field. Now, whether or not you see it, assume that it is there and have the intention to remove it. Put it on a sponge, put it up above the earth 1,000 miles and disintegrate it. And then call your life force essence back into a golden sun, and then bring it down into your body and aura. And with that process, the other person's energy will return to them in neutral form so they can use it. Next, bring to mind anyone whom you've been around who caused you to feel differently than you did before you were with them. So this could be being around somebody who made you feel anxious or perhaps sad or maybe very happy. In what way did your energy change? What impressions do you have that it had on your aura? What are you learning from that? This process that we're now doing is to help you become more familiar with your own energy. You want to be able to recognize your own energy, or when someone else's energy is in your space. Someone else's energy has a different texture, a different quality, a different feeling, and it can throw you off. It's usually in a fixed pattern trying to influence you in some way. When someone else's energy is in your aura will usually not move as fluidly. So when you look at your aura, you can know if someone's in your space if you see fixed patterns or discolorations. A very high percentage of the time, you think that a problem is your problem. It's actually a program or a pattern that you've picked up from somebody else. So now ask anyone else's energy on you or in your aura to turn blue, and then bring in a vacuum hose and vacuum all the blue energy off into the center of creation. And you can make that vacuum hose any size that feels appropriate. You might start off with it maybe like 6 inches in diameter and move it all around your aura. Sometimes larger works better, sometimes smaller works better. All right, now erase that image off of your screen with the golden eraser and put a 5-foot diameter golden sun above your head. Call all of your energy back and then bring it down into your body, completely filling you with golden light. Take a deep breath, and when you exhale, you may open your eyes fully into present time, right here and right now.